Okay, I'm going to go over how to set up APCC from Astrophysics with my my Earth-centered universe planetary / telescope control software. So right now I've got the telescope running. It's right outside my door here. And I'm going to fire up APCC. So you see I'm connected. Then I'll bring in my Earth-centered universe software and connect the telescope to that. So you can see right now, I'll go look at the north. The telescope's basically pointed at the Polaris, okay? So how did I set all this up so it works with APCC? That's what I'm going to go through. Before I do that, let me just show you. I'm going to go out the door here. I'll show you the setup real quick. I've got a 10-foot home dome here. There's my mount, Astro-Physics 1600 GTO. And the reason I'm using this software from Astro-Physics now is I just installed the encoders. You'll see right here this green light. That's one of the encoders. I also have, I built my own little, I bought a couple of lifts out of Canada, and I can raise and lower this telescope so I can move the eyepiece wherever I want. This thing travels about 3 feet up if I want. So that's the setup. Okay, so here we are at the APCC software. Now, I'm going to assume, you see down here, that these are the connections. I'm going to assume you can figure out this connection. It's not a very difficult thing to do. Just look at the settings I have here. Backup port set to none. Timeout, and then all 4 of these boxes are checked. Okay, so I'll assume you know how to get the V2 driver. It's pretty simple to do. There's instructions at Astrophysics. So this particular connection I have right here is with the Ethernet. I have a cable coming from the CP4 box right into the back of my computer. Okay, so to set up, you'll see I have a 1600 GTO. So we got the right mount. Up here, you see the first box is checked, second one is not checked, third one is checked. And then you look in advanced settings. I'll pull it over. Here's the advanced settings. 030 is the settings I have. Got a check here, no check, check here, no check, 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 and no check. Okay? So those are the settings I have there for the right here. Okay, so there's the setup. Now, virtual ports, I've created, when you go in here, you can create a virtual port. I've created COM 21 and 22, as you see. And all you do to do that is you go into the drop-down menu, you would pick out the port, and then said create right here. Okay, so that's a simple thing to do. The reason I'm doing 21 and 22 is that it's, so it doesn't interfere with any other COM ports that my computer might have. Now, I know on this one, I've only got 4 COMs. I've gone in and looked at that through my device manager. But at any rate, I think it's safe to use 21 and 22. It doesn't interfere with anything else then. Okay? You see all the other settings. Then my site, I've got my site down. I'm in Ohio. Pretty self-explanatory, okay? Now, when it comes to park, the first box, the unparked box, I have unparked from last parked. And then on the park side, I parked at position 3, which is basically pointing at the North Star. Okay? And you'll see that's pretty self-explanatory there. I don't think I changed much in here. Everything is set up, rate settings. Pretty standard stuff, slew rate 600 times. Again, you can look at those and see them. Horizon, I haven't set this up yet. Meridian, I haven't set that up. And the pointing model, I haven't set up. Now, the reason some of this isn't set up is I just purchased the encoder, the encoders a couple of weeks ago for my mount. So that's when I got into this Astrophysics Command Center Pro, because I need this to run my encoders. Prior to that, I was just using over here this Earth-Centered Universe software right here to control my telescope. So now I'm still going to, the point of this is I'm going to still use this software to control the scope because I like this software. Why do I like this software? I like it because it's inexpensive. It's under $100. And I'll show you some of the benefits when I open it up, okay, that I see at least for from my side of it. So now I'm going to go back here and connect the mount. I've got the mount on. By the way, when I did all these settings in here, I did not have the mount on. I left the mount off, okay, and put all the settings in and then connected all these things. And I'll connect the V2 driver. So there it is connected. Let me move this over there. So now it's connected. Now I'm going to open up that Earth-Centered Universe software. And I'm going to show you in here that under the drop-down menu, it just says primary settings. And I've got this software also controlled, there's a drop-down here, through the ASCOM with the V2 driver. Okay? So that's how that's set up. So now all I have to do, since it's connected to the V2 driver and so is APCC, all I've got to do is enable the telescope. And you'll see, this is pointing at the North Star basically. Now, why do I like this software? I like it because it's just easy to use, besides the fact that it's inexpensive. It shows you where it's pointing. For example, I can blow this up here, right? And now I can look at these galaxies. I can click on this. And let me show you down here. As I click on that, I get a box down here telling me, let me move that over, telling me, I should just move it up here, actually make it simple. So this tells me the object, the galaxy, and so forth. And I can also do this. I can search the web. I can just hit go here. And it goes right to information about that particular galaxy. There's a photo of it, okay? I'll get that out. So that's nice and convenient that I can just look at an object, click on one, right? Get that box up. The box is over here. I'll put it so you can see it. There's this particular object. Now, if I want to go to that, all I do is click this right here, move scope to object. Once it's on the object, and say I had to recenter it, if I did have to recenter it, I could just sync the scope right here. So it's easy to use. I like looking and taking photographs of many different galaxies. And you'll see here, there's a lot of galaxies I have there's a lot of galaxies that this shows you. And you can search a particular area of the sky and you can blow it up. I'll blow this up here. It shows you, gives you the size of the galaxy and so forth, all in these boxes. So it's pretty simple software. And again, it's inexpensive, and I just find it easy to use. I've used the Sky before, and it's just for what I'm doing, I don't need all those options that the Sky has, and also the cost of it. Okay, so this works fine for my needs.